Hi, this is Jonathan. How you guys doing? Today's video is going to be really interesting. It's going to be very different. A couple of weeks ago, during one of my live stream, I put forth a question to those who attended the live stream, and the question was, which do you prefer, shopping online or going down to a physical shop for your guitars, effects, amps, and stuff like that? And I got really interesting answers, and that got me thinking. So I'm thinking of doing a couple of videos, like 3 in a series, where I'll go down to an actual retail shop in Singapore and find out from the people who work there what are their thoughts and to pick their brain. And today I thought I'd take a visit to one of my favorite music shop, which is City Music. So this morning I went down and met up with a couple of them who works in the shop. So City Music was founded in 1968 by Willie Ho, who I've got to know when I was really young, in my mid-20s. And he's always been so supportive of local musicians by lending his support in terms of warranties and repairs and even special offers. So he's been around for the longest time. He's still around, but these days, the bulk of his operation is handled by his 2 sons. And Yuen Long is the eldest, and he's the one that I liaise with most of the time. And so you might know that City Music deals with Martin. They're the sole distributor for Martin in this area, or Black Star, Vox amps, Vox guitars, G&Ls, guitars and basses, and Korg keyboards, and whatnot. And they have been so kind to me by passing guitars to me for reviews. And I, on my part, have bought a couple of guitars from them. One of the blessings that I have in starting this YouTube channel was my interaction with them, and I found them to be really a wonderful lot of people. They're really nice people. So I sat down with Yuen Long, Mike, Alvin, and Jace, who handles the whole video production. So stay tuned and check it out. Morning, guys.
Good morning, John.
So as y'all can see behind you can see all the Martin guitars, and then you have the G&L guitars way back there, keyboard section. I'll take you on a tour later on, okay? So this is Yuen Long. He's the head of operation, or what are you gonna call yourself? CEO, CFO, COO.
One-man show, also Bao Hai, everything.
Okay, also Bao Hai means yeah. Okay, so he's in charge of the whole organization in City Music, and we have Mike Mayali, is that your last name? Maguni. So he's the...
I'm a sales manager and a product specialist here.
I didn't know that. Okay, good for me. And this is Alvin.
Hello.
What are you?
I am the sales advisor in City Music.
Alright, great guitar player, by the way. And we have Jace How at the back of the camera because he's in charge of the media side.
That's why we sound so good.
Yeah.
Sorry, look so good.
You wanna let them have a peek of you?
Yeah,
with your pink cap. Okay, that's Jace. Incredible bassist. Right, so guys, the reason for this video is to ask you what is the difference between online shopping as well, as opposed to like coming down to the shop physically to try out a guitar or to get a keyboard or an amplifier. So in your experience, I would ask you first, right? In terms of business, right? How has the COVID-19 affected you?
COVID-19 since last year, because of circuit breaker, we got to all work from home. All of us were scrambling. Like, what to do? You know, we're going to be shut down for 1 month, and we didn't expect 2 months, right? So, I think the immediate, like how a lot of musicians, when they lost their live gigs, first thing to do was let's go online, let's go live stream, right? So we had probably the same kind of immediate reaction, and to go online, I think that it's the only way we can do to continue to engage with our existing clientele, or maybe also to reach out to new clientele. And that's, as we go along, then we realize that, hey, you know, it's another way of there's actually more than that. The kind of connection that we can continue. We slowly build up fan base. Our team here, you know, they've gotten so good that we started, like, you know, live streaming. Well, they had a creative idea. Let's do live stream while we pack our online orders. It's like, hey, that's brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so. And then there are like people, because we're all working from home, so, you know, they say, okay, let's do it at lunchtime. People are having lunch, and then, you know, for example, Alvin is like packing so and so product, and it's like, oh, by the way, this product and so and so and so, and then there are comments coming in asking, hey, what is this, what is that, and that's how it all started. And then when
So it's about product awareness in a way.
product awareness is the engagement that we can actually reach out to. So it's not just going to a website and click, I want to buy this, read reviews, but actually we do have someone live here to talk to ask questions, to answer. So at least it's a not
proactive.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So I understand that you guys even have interview with Chris Martin, if I'm not mistaken.
Not Chris
Was it Chris
Martin.
Martin?
No,
No,
Chris
Fred
Martin.
Fred
but-
Green?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
from
it's
the marketing company.
correct.
Right.
So he's one of the chief product designer, the one that designed this
Yeah,
guitar,
right.
for example,
Yeah,
SC13. So I guess what we wanted to do at that point is, then we realized content is king. All right, everybody says content is king.
Yeah, right.
Your
I
content
thought
is
Duran-
your content is king.
I thought Duran
John.
is king. Duran. Hey, no, wait. Yeah.
So I think we thought that let's be a bit creative, and actually what as we were doing all this live stream, Martin suddenly came to us, hey, what do you all do? How do you all do it? What equipment are you using? And then we counter back that, in that case, can I do an interview with your people? I said, yeah, that's great. So he actually sent Fred Green, one of the key chief product designer, and we had a live session. Very challenging, because time difference,
The lag time.
time difference, internet. The internet, surprising that day was bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but fortunately, audio was good. So
Yeah.
his image was freezing, but our audio went on clear. So so actually, after that, we repurposed all this live stream into a podcast, so people can listen also.
That's great. Do you think that online shopping has kind of like play a major part the past year during the pandemic?
Absolutely.
So because you see a drop in the physical people coming in,
Yes.
right?
It's definitely, we can't run away. We have to go online. Fortunately, we have already been online even before the circuit breaker came in.
pandemic.
We have our own website. We have marketplaces, Shopee, Lazada, which we have already our current fan base.
Lazada, in case for you guys who are from the North American side, Lazada is like Amazon, the Singapore locally based Amazon. Right? So, sorry.
Yep. So it's you can't run away from going online, and online will never replace a physical retail store.
Yeah, obviously.
If you look at a lot of even big e-commerce giants, they are also setting up experience center where customers can go in to try out instruments, have a feel of it. So if not for e-commerce last year, where we're going to lock down 2 months with 0 customers can come in, we will be actually in a very bad shape. But that also opened us up, reset ourselves thinking, and learning relearning e-commerce further, because it's not just having a website. There's a lot more than it. So our team here, my amazing team here, Mike, Elvin, or Jace, or any of my sales team here, they were actually doing live streaming at home. They brought back instruments to their home, and they thought of, okay, this 1 hour, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? So it's this engagement, using content to sell, that actually got us, we continue to reach out our more fan base, lock in the existing customer base or friends. We also had you on board our show also. That was a very good session, and a lot of other very, very nice, accomplished guests and musicians. Well, put it this way, our retail, we dropped by quite a lot, our physical walk-in retail, but our online shot up by way more than that to offset the
So
loss.
it's more or less compensate for
In
the
a way,
loss
yes.
in
In a
the
way,
actual retail,
yes.
in real life retail. So Mike,
Yes.
what do you think customers would prefer, like, in terms of guitars as opposed to keyboards,
Right.
Would they prefer to shop online for acoustic guitars at Martin?
That's a good question. I still believe that traditionally people will still want to experience the instruments. In terms of buying a Martin guitar in general. Even though that they are probably thinking that, okay, these are generally people will buy for that model specifically, like Martin. It has its own different aspect of like features, for example, some different wood and so on. But still, they want to hear the sound. So relatively to that, I think people will still come to try these guitars and enjoy the good tone of Martin guitars. Now, nevertheless, like for example, you have the synthesizers, workstation. Yeah, you can. I mean, despite that, you can still see YouTube videos to see how well the person, represent these brands and show you the inside out of this product. But still, I think because if you are a player, you definitely need to try it and say, okay, this is meant for me. It's personal preference. So that is the reason why they still need to come to the store to experience it.
Right. I had a live stream, couple of live stream back, and I actually asked the consensus to those who were attending live stream as to which would they prefer. Would they prefer buying online or coming down to a physical shop and trying out the guitars themselves? And a lot of them stated that if it's a brand new guitar, a guitar that they were going to spend good money on, like we're talking about 2K, 3K, and then they would prefer to come down and test it out. But if they're gonna buy a guitar for their daughter or their granddaughter, they would just probably buy it online. So this is a general consensus, as opposed to amps, amplifiers. If they're buying an old amp or an amp that they played before, so they'll probably order it online. But if it's a brand new amp, they'll probably come down and test it and see how it sounds like. Because you guys also deal with Black Stars, as well as the other acoustic amp that I reviewed a couple of videos
Buddha
back.
Rosner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Vox.
all these are all great amps, and the Vox, right? So the AC10s, AC30s. So if I were to buy a brand new AC30, I would probably have to come down here and see how loud it does. And that's the general consensus that I have on my live stream. Now, coming back to the Martin guitars, because after all, this is predominantly a guitar channel. Martin guitars, can we safely put it into two classes of customers: the collectors as opposed to the musicians. So would the collectors come down and test the guitars, or would they just order on the fly? I like the D45, I have that. Would they do that, or would they come down and...
Well, that's a good question also, because we do have people who actually buy guitar online. Surprisingly, why they buy online is because probably they come down and try it. But what will be most relevant to why they buy online is because of the perks.
Alright.
Probably they'll say, okay, there's probably 0% installment plan, or maybe they have probably they have
There could be vouchers.
could be voucher or coins.
And,
marketplaces.
okay, I'm gonna stop you there. The Visa thing, right? That's the killer part. That is the sinkhole. Okay, this is where every one of us, bar none, gets stuck because what 12 month
Yep.
installment payment
Yeah.
with zero interest.
Yes.
Did I buy my D35 on that? No, I bought it cash. So if I want to buy a guitar that I really love, hey dude, I'll just pay with my credit card and I'm done. But this is something that we all experienced before. as shoppers. So yeah, so that is one of the perks.
Yeah.
And then you have like free gifts, like I don't know what you have, like strings, cables, and stuff, like cables and all that. So other than that,
Well,
the warranty still stays the same. It's
yes,
like
the warranty
12 months.
it's still 1 year, come with free setup within the 1 year. But again, people still buy online because the prices are fixed. You know, if you go to a website or even you come here, you know, people will relatively remember the price, and then what they're looking forward is like, okay, when's the sale coming, for example. So people will buy online because of these reasons. You know, like maybe the Shopee or Lazada, probably they have a special day promotion, and then they would say, oh, the price suddenly just, you know, then they will just, you know. We do have customers who actually came here and then they try it out and they say, okay, I like it, but probably I got, you know, if I spend my money on Lazada and somewhere else,
They get better
then
perks.
yeah.
So what do you all do? What will you all do to counteract that? Like if I come all the way, I have to pay for my taxi fare, my cab fare. I make an effort to come down here. I come here all sweaty because Singapore can be really humid. And I come here and I want to buy a guitar. What perks can you give me?
I think this answer was, you know, it's my floor team because you know it's an experience that, you know, online you don't experience it online. You only come here to experience the amazing sales team.
That's it.
So I think Alvin has to
yes.
say something to that.
Right, okay, so for a lot of our customers who, when they come down into the store, right, what we try to, how do I say this? The value that we can provide them as salespeople on the floor is to cater our products, right, to them. Because it is no longer about like making a person buy a guitar and it's like, you know, how many $1,000 and all that. For us here, we do focus a little bit more on how do you play? What kind of guitar are you looking for? And what's the right guitar for you? And I think that is the real value that we provide here because when you're shopping online, or let's say you have a few guitars in mind, some of our customers like that, they have 3 guitars they're thinking about, and then they go and watch all the YouTube reviews and all that kind of thing. Not to say that it doesn't help, but when they listen to those things online, it is already recorded into
It's
particular recorder,
everything,
and whatever they're listening to watch the review, it also plays a part in how the kind of sound that they hear. So when they come down, a lot of the times we get this feedback that it's like, oh, it sounds so much better or so much bigger in real life.
Do they ever come and say this sucks?
There is also that. Yeah, some of them they come here and play and then realize it doesn't suit them. So that's where we come in. Then we can like advise them and say like, oh, okay, so what is it that you're looking for? And one of the questions I like to ask my customers is like, what guitar do you already have? Because if they're looking for something similar, just need to know the specs of what those guitars is and then what do you like, what kind of sound you're tuned to. For a person who likes mahogany sound, slightly warmer tone, then we know what to recommend them.
I see.
And if they're not sure which one they want to get, we will advise them like, maybe get something a little bit different from what you already have because you don't want to buy the same guitar for a higher price.
Through our observation over the past decades, since my father's time to now, my father, who you know, also instills this customer service since, you know, Mike has been through the whole thing, how it all started. Customer service. Customer is king, customer is, you know, everybody wants to give good customer service, and every shop would have our own definition of how we would like to give a good customer service experience. It's about the experience. So we have our way, and I'm sure every one of our competitors also have their own unique strength. But we also realize that the expectation of customers today is very different from, let's say, 10 years ago. 10 years ago and beyond, our team here had to work so hard to really convince, you know, do a lot of demonstrations, but today the customers are very well learned. They walk in, they probably have done all the research already, and they're probably ready to take out the money in the wallet and I want this one and go and pay. And that's why people are willing to buy a Martin D28 online without even having to open up a case, smell the guitar, play the guitar, and they click. So what we realize is there are a few scenarios. Could be customers just so convinced by the reviews, maybe by your review. They want to buy this Modern Deluxe, for example. Thank you for that. And or it could be the wife buying for the husband as a gift.
I wish.
Okay, so
Darling, you hear this? Okay, so
Very rare, very rare.
Are you hearing this?
Yeah, actually, it was very unusual when we first we said, oh, we have an online order for a HD28 that costs how much? $4,000.
Wow.
You mean people would just click a $4,000 credit card, and yeah, without even seeing the instrument.
Right.
But we also realized that no, as we were happy to sell you online, we're happy to sell you in the store, but we actually prefer to sell it in the store because at the end of the day, it's not what we sell you, it's what you buy. That is more important.
Yes.
It's you have to buy what you really need. That's as
Yes,
what
you know
Alvin
it.
had pointed out is that's why when you come in, we have to qualify what you really need.
Yes.
It's not about what I want to sell. It's what
Yes.
you really need.
Yes.
And that's what have always been our core, I guess, principle.
Yeah, that's well said. That's well said. I guess like as a musician, I mean, some of you guys are musicians out there. Some of you guys are probably like home players, but nevertheless, you're still a musician. What we need is a guitar that, for me, a working musician, I need a working guitar. And you guys got great players here. Basically, this store is kind of filled with musicians who have been playing in the circuit at one time or another. Right? So you have, right? Have you?
In the past.
Yeah, in the past. So
Played on-
yeah, he played in a punk rock band. Yeah, in church. So these guys have experience of being musicians, so they kind of understand the musicians' mentality, because we are a weird bunch. You know, we're coming with our little idiosyncrasies, like, you know, I want this to be like that. I mean, he been through with me. You know, I wanted this action, and we got to go and find out. The boss himself did all the action for me, the setup for me. So that's, I think, is the advantage of shopping real time as opposed to shopping online. So how many guitars do you sell off the shelf like that? You know, the showroom models, like. Because I'm the one who buys all the showroom models. But how many guitars have you sold? Like, you know, okay, I'm trying this, you know, I'm playing this. You probably wouldn't know, right? Okay, I'm playing this. Okay, I want this. I want this. I don't want the brand new ones. What are the percentage?
Definitely more people would like new pieces, but it's not rare to have, like yourself, you would just happen to like the tone of that demo piece. We try our best to maintain our demo pieces to be in as good as tip-top condition as possible. Also depending on the range, the price. As you go higher up, we may not have that many pieces for you to choose anyway. So that's it all depends on very individual, but definitely most people like with the mentality, oh, I'm buying $4,000 guitar, I don't want a used piece. You know, that's pretty common.
Yeah,
So definitely. Then when there are also instances, I want a new piece. We bring it down and they try, but you know, I think your demo piece sounds a bit better. They will go for a display piece.
So I'm aware of this Founders Day thingy that is going on. So you want to tell us a little bit more about this Founders Day of City Music?
Founders Day is the day, as the name says, our birthday.
This City Music was founded.
Correct. In 1968.
By your daddy?
So, yes, by my father, Willie Ho. When we had our first ever Founders Day big sale in 2018, that was our 50th anniversary.
Alright, okay.
So that's where we first time had our team had a out of the world kind of experience with overwhelming clients that we cannot handle. Mike, maybe you can share, you know.
Whoa, yeah, we were like, you know, we came to work like usual, like 10, you know,
And
suddenly we saw the queue like, what?
the queue
We were
outside,
like eyesight, like,
Really?
it's like never been. So what happened? Why the rush? Why that mob?
Because we took, or rather our team came up with an idea, boss, can we sell off your demo units or not at a bigger discount? One piece.
Why wasn't I? Anyway,
Where were you? You were touring, must be, right?
Yeah, I guess I was.
So we said, okay, let's mark down every single demo unit with additional discount that never ever offered, but only for that particular piece.
Alright.
That's why the queue built up. So last year we wanted to do it, but because at the
Pandemic.
same time, exactly 1 year ago, Social distancing was already like we were worried, so we couldn't.
So this
have it.
year, how are you guys gonna plan doing this? How you guys planning doing this?
Founders Day, we will have our big discounts on regular items. We are gonna have demo units. That's everything you see here. But of course, it will be a hybrid model. So there will be people buying good deals online. There will be people who want demo units of guitars. They will have to come down. We have to work it out with the social distancing office so that everyone is safe. There will be protocols to all of us to stick to. Wear a mask, sanitize, stay safe, and it'll be challenging. We'll see how it goes.
Alright, so most importantly for Singaporeans out here, right? When is this?
It's gonna be this Friday,
Right.
26.
So it starts at the get-go at 10 a.m.
We will open at 11.
11.
So
Sorry,
it's 11.
Yeah.
11 because we need
Because
1 hour of
we
that.
need
So
Sunday,
Saturday, Friday and Sunday. Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
So just 2 days.
2 days for our retail, but our online will still run towards the throughout the weekend.
Alright, okay, I have that.
Mike knows which one.
First tips. Alright. Well, in case you all don't know, I'm gonna take a shot of what is happening here. That's all Jay's work because he's in charge of all this get-up and it's kind of scary. Yeah, but that's the way he is. He's a perfectionist in that sense. So you guys have a great team actually in this music. So I want to applaud you guys. I want to thank your father for being such a good friend to musicians all the way back. I knew him since I was like in my 20s, in my late 20s, right? So he's a great guy. I want to thank you guys for being my friend and my family all this time. Thank you guys.
We would like to express our thanks to you and all our musician friends out there.
Thank you, John.
Vin, Jace, Long,
Thank you,
and Mike.
John.
Thanks, John. Thanks.
Right.
Thank you.
So I hope you enjoyed what you just saw, and that will kind of like give you an understanding of what choices you have as a consumer, as a customer, whether to shop online or not to shop online. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and join this channel. Subscribe to this channel and press that bell for future notification and be part of the Patrons to support this channel. I want to thank each and every one of them. So in the meantime, you guys please take care of yourself. Ciao.